Whatever becomes of this planet rests on our collective responsibility and obligation to not only save it, but to make it livable for ourselves and for succeeding generations. So as we observe the International Day Against Nuclear Test, a global tradition which we honor every 29th August each year, I call on each and every one of us to pay respect to the victims of nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction around the world, and to remind ourselves and the world of the persistent threat this test poses to not only the environment but to international stability. Throughout the course of human history, more than 2,000 nuclear tests have been conducted over the past 7 decades alone. From the South Pacific to North America, from Central Asia to North Africa. And these weapons have harmed some of the world's most vulnerable people, including our ecosystems. Within these same periods, countries like the United States have conducted nuclear tests more than 1,000 times. The Soviet Union more than 700. France more than 200. The United Kingdom and China, they've conducted nuclear tests more than 45 each. In fact, 3 countries have broken the de facto moratorium and tested nuclear weapons since 1996. Think about this. India and Pakistan in 1998, and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in 2006, 2009, 2013, 2016, and of course 2017 respectively. So we simply cannot continue on this unsustainable path. For if we do, we will be guaranteeing the total and quicker annihilation of mankind as we know it. Think about what will be the consequences of a nuclear bomb in any of our cities around the world. Be it Paris or Mumbai, Beijing or London, New York or Lagos, Islamabad or Israel. Just think about what will be the consequences of a nuclear bomb in any of these cities. The casualties will be monumental. So, irrespective of whatever you are doing in this life, irrespective of our individual callings, the campaign to contain the spread of nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction is a collective call to action. I want each and every one of us to remember that the prosperity of our world is in our hands. But very importantly, you can do something about it. You can join our advocacy from wherever you are. Help us make those tough phone calls. Help us reach to your governments and politicians and multilateral institutions to ensure that no state can conduct another nuclear test or use a nuclear weapon. It is also essential that we all support the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty so that it can enter into force. Yes, we have to ratify the CTBT, and the time to do it is now. Just 8 more annexes, 2 states need to ratify in order for us to accomplish this milestone and make it a binding treaty. And this treaty will be a legally binding prohibition against nuclear tests. And there's no way we can substitute that to the voluntary unilateral moratoriums that we have today. The treaty makes it very difficult for countries to develop nuclear bombs for the first time. And also for countries that already have them to make more powerful bombs. The nuclear treaty not only prevents the huge damage caused by radioactivity from nuclear explosions to humans, animals, plants, and our planet, but it bans nuclear explosions from everyone, everywhere, on the Earth's surface, in the atmosphere, underwater, or underground. And I believe deep down my heart that this is the right thing to do. Without exception, I know. If there is a time in human history that we need to pass the comprehensive text ban treaty, this is it. And we are almost there. Please join us and help us get to the finish line. Collectively, we can do so much. The social media have become a very powerful tool at our disposal. You can tweet and Facebook and Instagram with all of our activities. Let us amplify our collective commitment and voices to make our world a better place. Because that's the only thing we've got free of charge. We are all in this together. Join us here at GlobalCops and ask what you can do. Let us ensure that no nation will test a nuclear weapon ever again. Ever again. Thank you so much for joining us.